Sunday GUNDAY. What's going on, everyone? Back with another episode of Stuff and Things, and today we're taking a look at a few different products made by companies that all happen to be sponsors of the Carry Trainer S12 event. If for some reason you have not heard about the S12 event here on this channel, basically it is a 3-day training course that is happening exactly 3 weeks from the day that this video goes live. It is taking place just outside of Nashville, Tennessee on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Anyone who attends the event will be staying in a massive mansion on a very large piece of land where all of the training will take place. There's going to be a handful of instructors there covering everything from pistol and rifle training to defensive blade training and even medical. In short, it's going to be an awesome weekend, great food, great people, great learning experiences, and it's almost a guarantee that everyone who takes one of these courses will be leaving as a better overall person. If you want more information on the S12 event, check out the first link in the description down below. Now, like I said, I've got a bunch of different products to show you guys, about 4 in total, so let's not waste any more time and let's get right into it, starting with this backpack. Now, I'm not going to go too into depth on this one because I've really only been using it over the weekend, but I do have experience with other bags from this company, and if you don't know what this is already, this is the EDC Gamut from Vertex. Some of you may remember the video I did on one of their sling bags, and if you haven't seen that, you can check it out in the corner right up there. So everything that I'm going to be showing you today is actually in this bag right now, as well as some of my other EDC items. This is one of their newer stylings. Everything is pretty much made out of this Kedora material, and if you've ever seen any of these Vertex bags in person, you will know that the quality is top-notch on these. It's got big pockets on the outside for water bottles, exterior pouches on the side for anything that you might want to throw in here. This thing has zippers all over the place, so I'm probably not going to show you every single compartment. Probably one of my most used pockets is in the top here. You can throw your wallet and keys in there. Basically, it's like a quick access type of thing. And then also in the front here, it has this panel which has zippers on each side, which allows you to pull it away from the rest of the bag, exposing everything that you have in here. Instead of carrying everything on me today, I decided to load up this bag. So here I simply have my gun, a knife, a light. There's some female Velcro in here if you want to attach one of your favorite patches, DK Pod. It's got some straps in case you need to tie anything down that's really big on the outside of the bag. And then just like the commuter sling, in the bottom of this pouch here is actually a hidden compartment. Say if I'm doing something, maybe I'm up here with people going in and out of my bags to grab different things that I need, and I don't want them to find something like my gun, I can simply slip it in there. You can notice a bulge, but chances are they're not gonna be able to figure out how to get into this compartment. When there's nothing in here, the Velcro keeps it nice and basically seamless here at the bottom. So unless you have an experience with one of these bags, chances are you will not know that that is there. When you zip this thing back up, there are also snaps on the inside. If I close these snaps like so, then tuck this flap underneath the grab handle here and press down on the Velcro. Now this panel is much more secure for, say, if you're walking around in a crowded area and someone starts pulling on something like this, it's going to be a lot harder for them to pull down and remove those snaps without you noticing. Now let's move on to the inside pouch, and speaking of those snaps, there are snaps on the outside of the large panel which will allow you to have everything kind of self-contained in here. If I throw this bag around to my front and I want to open this up and pull something out without everything completely spilling out, these snaps will keep this panel in place, and then I can get into any little compartment that I have up here or anything else right in the top of the bag. Here I have my ear pro because I'm going to be doing some shooting later. In the top here I have one of their mag accessories. This is just simply Velcroed into place. And then you could put more gear up here like spare magazines, pens, lights, or anything for that matter. This bag is also housing my 15-inch MacBook Pro where all of this editing for these videos get done. And then if I lay this down, undo these snaps, and open it all the way, you will see that this thing is very easy to pack out. It's got mesh zipper pouches in the front here. This is also hiding another product that I'm going to be going over in a second. More mesh pockets up here. And of course, you do not want to forget what a lot of these bags are known for, and that is their quick access pouches. You can see this has one of their enlarged pull handles, and if you've watched the sling video, you will know that I can simply swing this around, unzip it all in one motion, and then draw a firearm from this back compartment. There's a lot of different things that you can do with an EDC backpack like this, like you could put bulletproof panels in here. On the outside, there are a bunch of places that you can hang extra gear. You can actually undo these straps and run it as a sling if you so choose. It's got a sternum strap, a waist strap. Overall, this backpack is pretty good for almost a little bit of everything. It's not overly big. I'm not sure if I would count this as a 24-hour pack or some kind of like bug out bag, but I think the styling is great and I will probably be using this as more of an EDC backpack. When I'm out filming or when I come up to the range like this, there's a lot of different things that I carry. Today I'm traveling pretty light, but I'm almost always going around with my computer. And then I have chargers, cables, different lenses, other EDC gear. So I'm going to be testing this bag out a little bit more here in the future, and then maybe I can give you a better impression of it once I get some more use behind it. So that's it for the bag. If you guys are interested in checking one of these out for yourself, of course, link is in the description down below, as well as all of the other products that I'm going to show you. And there may also be discount codes that go along with those products, so keep an eye out for those. Now let's move on to this mag that I have hanging on the inside here. As you'll notice, it's just kind of hanging there, and you might be wondering, how is it doing that? That is thanks to the next product, the NeoMag. So here is the NeoMag itself without being attached to a magazine. As you can see, it's a very simple design, but at the same time, it is very effective. The body of it is made out of a black nitride steel, and then the pocket clip is actually a black titanium. On the back side is a very strong magnet for holding a magazine like this. This will obviously work with most metal magazines, but at the same time it will also work with Glock magazines because of the metal inserts inside of the sleeve. So if you know anything about those materials that went into this, you will know that this thing is pretty high quality. Now the way this works is fairly simple. Say if I am carrying my gun in a holster like this, more discreet from QVO. This is not their wingman holster with the extra magazine on the side, but maybe I want to carry more rounds with me. I've been carrying holsters like this a little bit more often as of lately because they're just so much easier to put on and take off as opposed to a wingman. So now I have 16 rounds on me, but maybe I want to carry 17 more. I will simply take the NeoMag. It is a very strong titanium clip, so I have to pull it apart a little bit, slide it down into my pocket, and then simply take my magazine. This one just happens to be unloaded. Slip it down inside my pocket, and it will hold it right up against that magnet. Now let's say I'm in a situation where I need to reload, which probably won't ever happen. My gun's out, I'm running it, and I go empty. When the gun is out like this, I would simply reach down and pull my mag from my holster, but since I'm carrying a smaller, more streamlined holster, I'll simply reach down the same way, but instead of going for my shirt, I'm going directly into my pocket, indexing that magazine, pulling it out, and I'm ready to go. So there's a threat in front of me, and it escalates to a point where I need to draw my firearm, draw out, 3 shots on him, and I'm out. Drop my magazine, and I index the magazine with the NeoMag in my pocket, just like I would be going for my magazine in a wingman holster. Grab the magazine, simply pull straight up into the gun, back on target, and you're ready to go again. Let's try that one more time at a more real-time speed. I'm definitely no speed demon when it comes to this, but I'm gonna just try for a nice clean reload. Like I said, not the speediest, but if you're into very fast firearm manipulation, stuff like that, check out my buddy Roger. So that is the NeoMag. Very cool little product, especially if you want to carry something a little bit smaller, but you want extra rounds with you. There are a few different options and more information on their site, so I will leave a link for that in the description down below. Now, while we're down here talking about pockets and everything, how about we talk about the shorts that I'm wearing? These are the Hide LT shorts from Vertex. Typically, I'm a guy who wears pants almost all year round, but it is the middle of the summer right now and it does get pretty warm up here on the range, so I figured why not give these a shot. These are really lightweight. They're made out of an almost stretchy type of material. They have really wide, nice belt loops all the way around. Speaking of the belt, the TS cinch, these are still available now, and they're only available for the next couple of days, so check that out in the description down below. They also come with a few more pockets that you typically do not find in other shorts. They have an angled pocket on the side, another smaller pocket on the back left side, There is a smaller, almost hidden pocket up here along the belt line, which would be perfect for an AR-15 magazine. And probably my favorite thing about these shorts are the reinforced pocket seams. As you guys know, I tend to carry things that have strong pocket clips like the NeoMag. So here I have my light and my knife. And now what's good about this reinforcement is that I don't have to worry about the pocket fraying. I've only been wearing these for a few days now, so only time will tell. However, you can see this is very reinforced compared to a normal pair of shorts. Over time, the pocket clip, like on my Tachyon 3, is very stiff, and that will definitely wear out this part of your pocket. So this little bit of reinforcement around the outside of the pocket is definitely a nice touch. The inside of these pockets are also lined with mesh, so it keeps them a little bit more breathable. Overall, I'm really liking these so far. Like I said, I'm not a huge guy to wear shorts, but I think that I'm going to be wearing these and two other pair that I have for the rest of the summer. They obviously come in a bunch of different sizes and colors as well, so if you want to check those out, link in the description down below. Now moving on to the Gunbox 2.0, which is probably why you're watching this video in the first place. The Gunbox is a very easy way to secure your firearm for whenever you may need it for immediate access. This thing may look very simple, but it is actually packed with a ton of features, including 4 different ways to unlock it. You have the biometric fingerprint unlock, a numbered keypad, as well as 2 different forms of RFID unlocking, including a card and a key fob. So this thing has a pretty cool, sleek looking design. It should blend in with any kind of modern decor that you have around your house. On the back here, you can see it has a charging port with an AC adapter. When this thing is fully charged, it should last about 3 months. But if you leave this in a place like maybe right by your front door where you unload all of your EDC gear, or like where I keep mine on my nightstand, you can leave this thing plugged into the wall at all times. If you do leave it plugged into a wall, you will also notice there are 2 USB ports on the back, so you can end up charging your phone right through the gun box. This is basically like a nightstand EDC dump docking station all in one. There is of course a point to tether this thing down to, say, a table or anything like that, or you could also just drill it straight into the floor or a wall or a table, basically anywhere you want to put this thing. Now typically when I come home for the day, I will walk in my door and unload all of my EDC gear right there on a table that I have. I'll put my wallet, keys, light, knife, all of that stuff, and then I will take my gun and typically set it on my nightstand. I never really had to put too much thought into this really, because obviously I keep my doors locked and I don't have any kids or people coming in and out of my space that could have access to something like this. Every once in a while I do have friends come over, so obviously I will take my gun that is typically on my nightstand and just lock it up in my safe. Instead of doing that though, this is a very good option for me. Now instead of just having my gun sitting there either holstered or unholstered at night, I will come home, simply open the gun box up, put my gun inside, and now it's nice and secure. This would be perfect for anyone who might have some little kids running around the house. Obviously, if a kid comes up to something like this, they're gonna try to get inside. Unless they know your very generic password that I just set for this video, 12345, chances are they are not going to be able to get inside of this thing without either having your exact fingerprints, knowing the code, or getting a hold of one of your RFID chips or cards. This thing is very easy to program as well. On the inside of the lid here, you will see this little button. You simply give that a press and you can scan your fingers to get those programmed in, or you can program any RFID card. You use the same button to learn any new cards, any new fingerprints, as well as the code, and you can remove and delete any of them from here as well. The inside of this box is also super nice. It has some material down in place here, almost a rubberized cushion type of material. That's gonna protect anything like any guns or knives or anything that you have laying in the bottom. If someone gets a hold of this thing and starts shaking it around violently, whatever you have inside of here should have a little bit of protection. There is also an alarm function that you can set on this thing, so if you do have little kids running around and you think that they might be tempted to get inside of this, when you close this thing, you do have the option to set the alarm. That way, when this is closed, if anyone moves the box in any way, shape, or form, the alarm will sound. The box opens up with these really nice hydraulic hinges, and it almost seems and sounds kind of futuristic. If anyone is a fan of the show Altered Carbon, you may also remember seeing one of these in that show. So now I'll run a little bit of a test. Say you are in bed at night sleeping and you hear a bump or some glass breaking downstairs. you're gonna go for your gun right away. I think the fastest way to do it is just to use your pin code, so I'll put on my ear pro and give this a shot. Bump in the night, you hear someone downstairs. Quickly enter your code, out on target. Now, will you ever have to pick up your gun in the middle of the night and fire it that quickly? Chances are probably not, unless the intruder is already inside your bedroom. If that is the case, you are probably already in a lot of trouble, but basically what I'm saying is that you can get to this gun very quickly no matter what method you use. Maybe since it's the nighttime, it's very dark and you can't actually see these numbers. You can feel them, but you just can't see what exactly you're pressing. You always have your fingers on yourself, right? Simply press a button, swipe your fingerprint, access to the gun. Now say maybe you keep this box not on your bedside but over by your front door and you have your keys on you. You're walking out of the house with your keys in hand, you simply press the button, scan your RFID chip, access to your gun, holster up, and you're ready to go. Or maybe you want to keep this RFID card in the very front of your wallet. Again, simply press the button, scan the chip, access to your gun, holster up, and you go on your way. Now there are many different practical applications that you can use this for, maybe not just a gun, maybe you just have a lot of money lying around or you have some knives that you carry and they're expensive and you want to put them in here. This box will work great for pretty much anything that can fit inside of it. That is quick. Now that I have one of these, I don't think I will ever leave my loaded carry gun sit out on my nightstand or a table if I'm in the house. No matter what I'm doing, chances are I'm going to be coming home and putting this thing right in the gun box. That way it's secure for just no matter what happens. So if you guys want to check out anything more about the gun box or what they offer, I will of course be leaving links in the description down below. I also ran a few of these scenarios on a shot timer when I was out shooting with Mickey from Carry Trainer, so if you want to check out that video, I will leave a link for it right up there in the cards. I believe that about covers a lot of this new gear, so if you guys have questions on anything that I showed you today, please leave those in the comments down below. I'll typically reply to comments within the first hour or two, but if you ask a good question, I will definitely try to answer it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this kind of mashup of product reviews of the S12 sponsors. Like I said, the S12 event is coming up in just 3 weeks and I will be there, so if you want to come shoot with me, that is a very good opportunity to do so and get some really good training at the same time. I believe that's all that I have for now, so if you are new to this channel, consider clicking subscribe. I make new videos every week, and that's going to be all for today. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.